Hello everyone, welcome back to Old Soul Yoga. Today I have a lovely back flow planned for you. So we love back flow. I love it. The seniors that I teach in person, everybody loves back flow. You really get a nice full body stretch out without having to work against gravity, putting pressure on your wrists or your shoulders or your knees. So if you have any limitations with those joints, this is a great practice for you. Couple props that are handy. First, find your super cute cat. Can't help it. He's mine, sorry. This is Queen. He's the love of my life. And a block, one block, very helpful. If you don't have blocks, it's okay. Grab an extra pillow. I have a really run-of-the-mill, scrungy little throw pillow here that I've dug up from one of the kids' room. And then lastly, a pillow to support your head. So if you lay on your back and you find that your chest is a little heavy, or if it's difficult for you to breathe fully, then you just want to grab a pillow just to kind of elevate your head up a little bit. So let's get going. I'll cue you in as we go. So we're going to start with our scroungy throw pillow, and we're going to bring it right underneath our knees. Okay? Go ahead, gently lower yourself on down to your back. And so here, option, head can be on the floor, or you can elevate your head just a little with a pillow. I like my head on the floor personally, but there's no right, wrong way. Okay, when you get here with me, I'm gonna set my block aside so you can see. Notice if you can see the TV or your screen well. I'm gonna try to guide you as best I can so that you don't really need the visual reference. But when you get on the floor, I just want you to take up some space with your arms. Feet are gonna hang open. We wanna relax the legs, the inner thighs, so that the low back can relax to the mat. Now, some days when we land on the floor, it's very grounding and cozy to have your hands just rested on your body, and that's okay. You really get to choose here. Maybe you're really feeling extending your arms over your head, gives the shoulders an opportunity to open up. We will get there in practice together. Maybe it feels better for you to have your arms resting on your body. That's great too. Just kind of pull the elbows away, all right? Let's give some space from our armpits to our hip. Let the side body be open. And if it feels good to you, close your eyes and take a nice long sigh. Letting the shoulders get heavy, relaxing the legs. Big breath in, sigh it out. One more. Beautiful. So we just want to start with some gentle neck movement here. Rocking the head back and forth. Shoulders are going to be nice and heavy into the mat. So we're just kind of sending each ear towards the mat. And as you're finding your range of motion here, if you feel a little tightness or stiffness in your neck, just go ahead, hold the stretch there, right? Feeling that length, maybe relaxing into a breath. If you have a fur baby that's practicing with you right now, would you mind leaving a comment, sharing the name of your little fur baby? I love it. I feel like every time I get on the mat, somebody comes running. I have 2 cats and a dog, and everybody enjoys this like Zen time. I think they feel the good vibes happening, and they come near me. You can't see on camera, but my dog is laying in a chair right here. All right, let's bring our gaze back to center. Beautiful. We're just gonna start nice and easy, bringing that right knee in towards the center. Just a gentle little stretch. Wonderful. Switch sides, let that right leg go back out nice and long. Left side comes in. Wonderful. And then bring those legs out nice and long, supported underneath your knees, and arms are going to come wide. Bless you. We're just going to take a few moments here to focus on building a deep breath. So your body is still, and you just want to feel the belly lift up with that breath in, and then melt down with the exhale. A little breath practice to open up some space in the torso. Let the feet just kind of hang open. Everything in your body is nice and relaxed. We're just breathing deeply. Beautiful. All right, extend those legs long, get the heels up off the mat, and let's start to rotate through the ankles, pointing and flexing the toes, tucking the toes in nice and tight, and then opening everything up. You can feel that active in your knees and your quads here. Great job. I'm going to bring the knees in towards my chest. We're going to be done with this little pillow, so you can just scooch it off to the side. Beautiful. Draw the knees into the chest and just take a little squeeze and lift here. Get the tailbone off the mat and then lay that flat part of your back down. Okay? So your head is going to be anchored here, either to the back of the mat or in your pillow. We want our heads to stay fixed, and we're just going to rock back and forth over the length of our spine. Shoulder to hip, check it out. What you got going on? If you have a lot of stiffness or tightness in your back, you can feel that here for sure. I like to keep my elbows down by my side just as a little kickstand so that I don't roll over. We don't want to rush this here. It's like our own little back massage, just using the weight of our body to just kind of mash through those tight spots. And notice you can give yourself a little space. You can bring your knees out a little farther, rocking back and forth, and you're going to connect more to the tops of your glutes, which is really nice, putting a little pressure, a little weight over the tops of our glutes. If you have any sciatic pain, you can feel those pressure points here. So if you come across something and you're like, oh, that's really sore, maybe just stop. See if you can hold that pressure on that spot. Take those deep breaths. then come back to your gentle movement. Awesome. All right, back to center. We're gonna release our feet to the floor. They're gonna land about hip width apart. I'm all off center on my mat. That's a good practice. Okay, land with me here. Feet are hip width apart. Okay, and I'm just gonna gently press my feet into the floor, and you're gonna feel the back body go whoop and flatten out. And a little extra, we can gently, just gently pull the belly button towards the spine, get that low back. Maybe tilt your pelvis a little bit. Just get that low back nice and flush with the mat. And then I'm gonna extend my arms overhead. I like to hook my thumbs when I do this. All right, so I'm really active here. I'm reaching through my fingertips. I'm pressing through my feet. Now I'm going to take these big deep breaths, opening up space in my ribs. I'm stretching my torso from the inside out. One more big breath. Great job. Go ahead, swing the arms down by your side. You can relax that connection in your feet. We're just going to start to windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Hello to your low back. So you have the dial on the depth here. Maybe you need to start a little slow and gently work your way into letting those knees drop a little farther. It's up to you. Just listening, checking in with how the hips and the low back are feeling today. I'm not going to rush you here. I want to give you lots of space to loosen up. A lot of times that tension that we carry comes off in layers. We can get one part to release, and then we can move on to the next part that's like compensating with that tension. Okay. We're going to meet with the knees back to center. We're going to take our arms overhead again. This time though, we're just going to relax them. We're just going to let the elbows hang open. We don't have to reach so much. We're just going to relax the arms overhead. And we're going to meet together with the knees melted over to the left side. So, wow. You feel this right hip kind of pop up. We're stretching here in the low back on the right side. So here's where that block can come in handy. If it's just a little too much, because gravity is kind of feeling, determining the depth here as we're relaxing through our legs. So if it's a little much, you can take that block and just support yourself underneath your knee. I'm all done with that. Shoo. Okay. And then let's bring our gaze over the right shoulder. And as much as you can, just use those soft breaths to relax here. Breathing into the belly. We have this gentle twist happening in our torso, so we can use that breath to expand the diaphragm and just kind of massage through the internal organs. Wake up your digestive system. Beautiful. Take one more breath here. Gorgeous. Bring your gaze back to the ceiling. Bring your knees back. Let's lay the low back flush again. Just kind of reset your base with your feet hip width apart. Awesome. And then we're going to melt to the right side. Again, grab a block if you need some support underneath that knee. And then bring your gaze over your left shoulder. Your breath brings the magic here, so try not to skimp. Breathe into the belly. One more breath. Wonderful. Bring everything to center. Arms are going to sweep down by your side again. We're going to come back with our knees pulled into the chest. Okay? Awesome. Find a little rock, just kind of shaking off that stretch in the low back. We're gonna come into a little bit of flow from here. So if you're feeling like, ooh, this is too slow for me, stick with it. Stay with me. Great. All right, back to center. Okay, I want you to keep that right knee in. Left leg is gonna come out nice and long. Now you can let that left heel hit the mat. If you want a little bit more challenging, keep that left heel hovering here. Okay, we're just gonna start to rotate in the ankles, little gentle movement. You're gonna feel that opening in the front of the hip on the left side. Great job. Let's switch sides here. Left knee comes in, so heel can meet the mat, or you can hover a little extra. So notice that you're not, shoulders aren't up towards the knees. We want the shoulders to be down and rooted here, okay? We're just going to create a flow to match our breath and our movement. So inhale, just kind of squeeze that knee in on the left side. Beautiful. And then we're going to switch sides. Use an inhale to transition. Exhale, squeeze, gentle little squeeze, knee to chest. Inhale to switch sides. Exhale, gentle squeeze. So you're going to create a pace here that matches your breath. Maybe your heels kiss the mat. Maybe they stay hovering. It's up to you. And if you want even more of a challenge, you can bring your shoulders and your head off the mat. A little bit more knee to nose. Exhale, just a gentle squeeze. Inhale to transition. So whether your heel is extended or it's down to the floor, notice that I'm really reaching the heel out long. Trying not to crunch in the shoulders, keep them down away from the ears. Beautiful job. Follow the pace of your breath. Wherever you are, just go ahead and count off 2 more on each side. We're going to meet together, knees in the center. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to take my hands to the inside of my legs here. Now, if you can't grab your feet, it's all good. Maybe you're just here. You can be having your hands to your shins or even to your knees, just bringing the soles of the feet together. So whatever shape works for you. We just want to kind of use your elbows, use your arm, create a little bit of space between your knees. So we're opening up the hips. Option here to, option to bring the soles of the feet up to the ceiling in a little happy baby. So noticing that in happy baby, my elbow is on the inside of my knee and I'm grabbing, connecting with the outside of my foot or shin. Don't be afraid to just be where you are. Beautiful. Bring your feet back down to the mat. We're going to land here nice and wide. Feet are wide on the yoga mat. They can even be off the edge, but you're going to decide what works for you, what depth works for you. When you get here, all right, we're going to windshield wiper. Now you'll feel like when it internally rotates, you have this stretch coming up the quad, a little bit deeper stretch happening in the low back. Try not to rush this, right? As they sink in, really take time to drive that knee in, feel that deep stretch. Listen to your knees, listen to your hips. You don't want to take it farther than your body allows. But we always kind of just want to meet our edge, and as we keep going, we can just gently move that edge a little deeper, a little deeper. Okay, 2 more times on each side. Wonderful. Let's bring it back to center. Feet are nice and wide still. And we're just going to kiss the knees together in the center. And then one more time, I want you to reach those arms up overhead and start just by stretching and extending through the fingertips. Take that big breath into the torso. Reach, reach, reach.
One more inhale. Excellent. Exhale, we're going to relax the arms, let the elbows be heavy. Beautiful. Bring that left hand to your chest, right hand to your belly. We're going to close our practice from here. Thank you for being here today with me and Queen. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.